Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about parallel realities and decision points. Okay, before I get into that, we're going to break down who you are so you understand who you are in order for me to get into the lesson of the day, right? So I'm just going to spend just a few minutes really recapping who you are as an energetic being and how you are shaping your 3D experience. Okay. And then we're going to get into the lesson of the day, parallel realities, and decision points. All right. So let me flip this board around for those of you who are live with me here on the TikTok. Make sure that you guys are coming in and showing out. I need your support. Make sure that you guys are sharing and giving the hearts. Okay. So before I get into today's lesson, let's understand who we are. You are an energetic being, okay? You are vibrating at a specific frequency every single moment of the day, all right? And these frequencies are being broadcasted to the universe, all right? And the universe is sending this information out into the field, right? And the 3D is being reflected back to you, all right? So your 3D experience is being it's being created via your information, your vibrations, your frequency. So I want you guys to remember that. I want you to think of yourself as the energetic being that you are. All right. Okay. So if there's something in the 3D that you do not like, I want you to know that you can simply go to your vibrations, right? Shift your vibration. And when you shift your vibration, you shift your experience here. Okay. So we're simply recapping who you are so you understand who you are. And then we're going in today's lesson of parallel realities and decision points. Okay. I'm excited to break down this lesson with you guys. Okay. Make sure you guys are sharing. Let's get some shares on the board, guys. Okay. We need to get up to 200K in likes. All right. We got a ways to go. All right. So your vibrations, the information that's being broadcasted to the universe via your auras, all right. This is important information. If this is what's creating your 3D experience, we most certainly need to pay attention to the information, right? So, what is the information? The information is your identity, your ancestral conditioning, your beliefs, your traumas, your chakras, your meridians, your nervous system, and your emotions. All of these things make up your energetic signature. Okay, your unique vibrational blueprint. No one else has it, right? And so if you don't like something in the 3D, then this means that you're simply going to go to one of these vibrations or two or three or more, right? But you're going to go down the line and you're going to tweak something. You're going to change something, right? Because you understand that this is a vibrational game here that we're playing. This is a frequency game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a frequency game. It is not a wishful thinking game. It's not a, oh, I hope and desire that it. No, it's not that type of game. It's a game of embodiment, right? Alignment, frequency, right? So who are you? You are frequency. You are a ball of energy. Okay. And you got to understand how your vibrations are impacting your experience here. So you see, your 3D is simply a reflection. It's merely a reflection. The relationships that you see, the car that you drive, the career that you have, the lifestyle that you live, the health that you're in, the love that you have, all of these are reflections of everything that's going on within your identity, your ancestral conditioning, your beliefs, your traumas, your chakras and meridians, your nervous system, and your emotions. All of these things make up you. All of these things hold up vibration. All of these things are information impacting your 3D experience. Okay. They're very important. The reason why a lot of you guys are always struggling, forcing, it's never enough money. You never have enough, right? You're never happy in the relationship You're always feeling stuck. You're always procrastinating. You're always self-sabotaging. The reason why is because you got something here in your vibration that is not in alignment with where you're trying to go. Okay. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying. Okay. There's layers to this lesson. And this is an interactive class. The reason why it's an interactive class is because this is your life. My life will change lives if you let it. You understand? So this is very important information. Okay? So I'm letting you know that what? You are energy. You are a ball of energy, and we're playing a frequency game. So if you don't like what you see here in your 3D, you can change it. How do you change it? By going to your vibrations and shifting, tweaking, changing something about your vibrations, okay? Today's lesson, we're talking about parallel realities that are already existing. And we're talking about decision points along the way. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But in order for me to even get into this, you've got to understand who you are. Because when you understand who you are, you move different. You move different in this world. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. See, when you understand who you are, you know that you need not go outside of yourself for anything. You need not go outside of yourself for anything when you know who you are. If this is the information that's creating the 3D experience, why would you go outside of this? The reason why you are forcing, the reason why you are struggling, the reason why you are chasing is because you have been taught that, oh, if you want to make more money, you got to go and work more hours. Find another job. You got to do this. Because you've been taught that, oh, if you can't find that perfect partner, you got to go on this site. Maybe you haven't tried this site. Maybe you got to go on this site. Is this making sense to you? It's the wrong way. The correct way to shift your 3D experience is by shifting your vibration. Okay. So that is what I typically teach. All right. I could very briefly go through these if you guys want to before I hop into today's lesson. Does anybody, if this is your first time here, raise your hand so I can see. Okay. On YouTube, let me know. On TikTok, let me know. If this is your first time here, raise your hand. The replay is on, will be on. Okay. Under the TikTok live recap replays. Okay. Okay, it's your first time here. Make sure to hit that follow button. First time here will not be your last time, baby. Hit that follow button. Where did I put my juice? Okay, so for the newbies, do you guys want me to go through your vibrations really quickly? Give you guys an example? Yes or no? DM me for what? Hello, babies. Okay, so really quickly, okay, today's lesson is going to be what? Parallel realities and decision points. You don't want to miss it. But there are people here, newbies here, that want to understand my teachings, understand who you are, so that you can understand the class. Okay, so I'm going to take just a couple of minutes to run through this. Is that okay with you guys? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, first time newbies, I need you to understand something. While I got you guys at the board, I need you guys to have me in this live. So I need y'all blowing up this live. Okay, I need y'all blowing up this live. Y'all know what it is. I need y'all to pretend like I'm your favorite actress, musician, politician, whatever y'all into. Okay, all right. We need shares on the board. Okay. Do we have a deal? While I'm pouring into you, you guys are pouring into me. Do we have a deal? How you doing, Mind Fuel? How you doing? Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments so we can get started. Thank you, Jay. All right, we got a deal. Okay, here we go. Listen up. You are a ball of energy. You are vibrating at a specific frequency 24/7, okay? This frequency, this is information. It's being sent out into the field, okay? This is information being sent out, broadcasted into the field because we're playing a frequency game here, all right? So the field receives your information, your vibrations exuding off of you, and then it produces back 3D results. Okay. So your 3D that you are looking at is simply a reflection of everything that is exuding within you. All right. Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you just processed that part. Okay. There's layers to this. Does that make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Come on, class. Let's move fast. Okay. Come on, class. Does that move? Okay. Okay. We got. All right, so now that you understand who you are, a ball of energy, you are vibrating, sending information, frequency out into the field 24/7 via your auras. You see, your auras is doing this. Your auras are the ones shifting, changing 24/7, constantly moving, dependent upon your healing that you're doing, depending upon your experiences here. This is why you can see somebody's aura is green one day and maybe red the next day, because it's constantly moving. The auras are the ones broadcasting these vibrations into the field. These vibrations are the ones producing your 3D results. Does this make sense to you? This is not rocket science. This is your life. It ain't rocket science. And if you understand who you are, okay, you can understand how to play this game. Does this make sense? Okay. Thank you, sweetie. So we're going to go through these really, really quickly. Okay. And then we're going to move into the lesson of the day. So your vibrations make up your 3D experience. If these are the vibrations that's making up the 3D experience, I need y'all to have my back. We need to get to 200K. Okay. I need y'all showing out. Okay, if these are the vibrations, if this is the information, dang, then why would we go outside of ourselves and force or chase or do any of that if we know the code, we know the secret, we know the key to shifting this, right? Look at it now. Your life, your experience right now, when you open up your eyes, right? Your reality, your lifestyle, your where you live, where you the person you're with or not with, or the job you have, all of this is a reflection of these. So my goodness, now people come to me and they say, well, Nikki, I want to have a different experience, right? And so I say, oh, well, you want to get into this timeline. You want to get over here. Okay. Well, if you want to get over here, you simply need to shift your vibrations, okay? Shift your vibrations and you shift your reality, because your current vibrations is making up this current reality. Does this make sense to you? Is this making sense to you? Okay, let me know if you guys are processing what I'm saying. Okay. All right, there's layers to it. I just need to make sure that you guys are grasping this. Okay. So now the information is, let's walk through it. Identity. I'm just going to go with what I had up here yesterday. Identity. Oh, okay. Say you are someone who is right here. When you open up your eyes, you don't have the finances that you truly desire. You want to now be financially stable. Well, that's in timeline number 3. Okay. And you're in timeline number 1 right now, right? Doing this, having this experience. All of these versions of you already exist. You don't have to truly create anything new, but you do have to align with the experience that you desire. Okay? Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. There's layers to this. I do. I should have colors that you've never seen before because look at my box. Okay. I love this. I love this stuff. So I had to get different colors for you guys. Okay. So we can be on point. So you guys can follow me. Right. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah, all we need to do is be ourselves, but we're talking about intentional creation of your experience here. Of course, you're always going to be yourself, but you have the power to shift it at any moment. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you that you don't have to be a victim to your reality. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is this clicking with you? Because somebody said, oh, so what we truly need to do is just be ourselves. But I'm trying to show you how to shift this shit, okay? Intentionally into whatever it is that you want, okay? Is this making sense to you? All right, just follow along, baby. Just follow along. We're going step by step so you can get this. All right, we're going step by step so you can get this. All right, I am letting you know these are the things that's creating your 3D experience. So right now we're going to walk through wanting to manifest financial stability because I know a lot of y'all want to manifest that money. Are we on the same page? Right now, I'm walking you through each of these on how to manifest the financial stability in timeline number 3. Maybe you're here on timeline number 1 and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and maybe you want to be financially stable. I'm letting you know that version of you already exists. It already exists. And since it already exists, we need not create. We just need to decide what it is that we want. What is it that you want? Now that you're clear on what it is that you want, that is an identity that you must embody. Which brings us to the very first vibration. This is the very first thing that you need to think about anytime you want to expand in your reality. If you sit up here and say, oh, I want to be financially stable, that's expansion, right? You are shifting, wanting to shift into a version of you and have an experience that you are not currently embodying and having. So in order for you to do that, let's take a look at your identity. Okay? Are we on the same page thus far? Are we on the same page? Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying. Okay. Now, identity. The very first thing. Oh, I want to manifest true love. Let's take a look at my identity. I want to manifest health. I want to take a look at my identity. Now, let's walk through manifesting shmoney. What is my identity right now around money? How do I view myself? Right? How do I identify? When it comes to abundance, do I identify with being broke? Do I identify with being someone who doesn't have enough? Right? Am I always shop until I drop? Right? What are my habits? What are my routines? What's going on with the money? What's my relationship with money? How do I identify, right? So, are you scared to ask for a raise at work? Do you feel like you are worthy of pay increases? Abundance? Do you feel like you are worthy of that? Right? Are you stuck in a 9 to 5 where you feel that you're unhappy with? Right? Okay. This is an identity. Maybe this person is. I'm just creating an imaginary identity. It can manifest in so many different ways, right? Okay. Maybe this person right here has no savings. They have no savings, right? So because they have no saving, they're always living paycheck to paycheck. They always feel the struggle. Okay? Maybe this person is always claiming, I'm broke. I don't have enough. I won't have it until next year. I'll plan something next year. So then guess what? This is an identity, isn't it? Yes. Now look at this one over here. See, because this is where you're saying you want to be. You said you want to be financially stable. Okay. Yeah. Invest, right? I would invest, right? But I'm just giving you guys examples, right? So you want to be financially stable. You don't want to have this experience anymore. You said, nah, this ain't for me. I want this. Okay. So if you want this, then that means that what? You're going to have to look at their identity. What are they doing that's different from what you're doing? Thank you, honey. Right? Oh, they're investing over here. Oh, you mean they're not shopping till they drop? They don't have Amazon at their door every single day? Oh, yeah, it's a difference, right? Oh, they have savings. Yeah, yeah. Maybe they have a job that they are content with. Right? Okay. Maybe they feel abundant. It's not always about money, but maybe they just feel abundant. They feel worthy. They feel well provided for. They feel at ease right here. This is an identity. See, they move different. These are two different people. When you have two different people, two different identities, this is two different what? Vibrations. Two different what? Two different forms of information being sent out there into the what? Field. So what results will we get back? Completely different ones. This person's going to get completely different 3D results from this one. Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. All I'm doing is showing you exactly what is impacting your 3D experience. You're sitting up here wondering, why, where's my money? Where's my love? Where's my health? Where? It's within. It is within. That's what I'm here to tell you. It's within. You're looking everywhere. You're looking everywhere else, trying to figure it out. Baby, a lot of y'all still waiting for somebody to come and drop a big bag of money into your lap from the sky. You've been waiting for someone to save you. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Uh-huh. If you was waiting for somebody. Somebody was coming. I don't know who. I don't know who. I can talk about you because I've been there. Nobody's coming to save you. It's you. It is you. That's what I'm here to tell you. It's you, baby. It ain't gonna happen. It's happening. It is done. Keep waiting on that. Keep saying that gonna. It is here. You better gets to moving. Stop acting like you got time. Y'all be thinking like, oh yeah, I'll figure it out later. Let me go binge watch Netflix. Oh no, you should be giving your all today. What you think you came here for? What do you think you came here for? You think you came here to go party and be on that and binge watch Netflix. Yeah, no, you didn't. You came here for self-mastery. You came here to shift this damn universe. That's what you came here to do. Okay. So I suggest that you give your all starting today. All right. So your identity plays a role in your what? The energy, the frequency, the momentum that you are exuding every single day. That's information. That gives you specific results. Whatever you are consistent with on a daily basis, of course, you're going to see results. Of course. Right? Oh, we love you so much. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love people like you, baby. Pin you. Give you some attention. There you go. Enjoy the show. Whatever your name is. Enjoy the show. Now, what if we were talking about love? Oh, you want to manifest true love. Let me tap on each of these really quickly. Oh, you want to manifest true love. But in your identity right now, you are embodying fear. Fear. right? Okay. Oh yeah, you don't you shut down when it comes to love, right? You shut down, right? You don't really want to get out there in the dating game, right? That's an identity. That's an identity right there. Okay? But this one over here, see, you're saying, "Oh, but I want true love. I want my divine partner." Well, you got to be the person who already has it. You got to act like it's already done. You got to be that person. You got to be open to love. This one over here has done some healing. They've done a little work on themselves, poured into themselves. They're a different person. They don't have those heavy fears around love like they did over here. And because you have these heavy fears around love, it is reflected in your 3D. The people that you attract, baby. The people that you attract, you understand? Okay? Will show up a complete match to who you are embodying. Okay? To who you are embodying. All right? Okay. So we know that the identity plays a role, right? We know that the identity plays a role. Okay, someone in here asked about health, right? Someone in here asked about health. So, okay, what about health? Identity. If you are claiming an illness, if you are claiming a sickness, then my goodness, right? Don't let them get your attention off. Don't let them get your attention off. See the distraction. You into this lesson, and here they go. If you walking around calling yourself sickly, acting sick, being sick, pitying yourself, right? Claiming the sickness. I have this. I have that. That's an identity. That's an identity. But this person over here, you say, "Oh, I want to be that. I want to have that experience. I want to be healed. I want to be healthy. I want to be divinely healthy." So if you want to be divinely healthy, well, that's a different identity. Okay. Maybe they are making healthier choices when it comes to their reality. Okay. Taking better health, better care of their health by taking vitamins, going getting blood work done, doing, making healthier options when it comes to their foods and things. They're living a completely different lifestyle. Okay. Is this making sense to you guys? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Mhm. Oh, we love you so much. We love you so much. You're not allowed to disturb the class, sweetie pie. Okay. I ain't gonna block you because it's people like you that need this live, but I will. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to ancestral conditioning. We want to manifest money, okay? And you got to understand that your ancestral conditioning plays a part in your ability to do that. Okay. And so here, your ancestral conditioning, when you want to manifest financial stability, right? Then what do you have to understand about that ancestral conditioning? You may say, "Oh, wow, the reason why I've struggled all my life is because goodness, I mean, that's what I learned. I learned that, life was hard. I learned that you had to work a lot. I learned that, I couldn't have the things that I truly wanted because my parents wouldn't be able to afford. I learned that. Okay. Right? I do have some. I just don't know. I be going on so randomly. I don't know if there's any in here. It must not be. But I do have mine. I actually have to see how many I have now. I'll go back into that. So, do we understand how our ancestral information is passed down to us? Remember, we're children and we grow up hearing things, seeing things from our parents, from our teachers, from our community. This stuff plays a part in who we are. Okay. So your ancestral conditioning is something else you got to pay attention to when it comes to your expansion. You'll say, oh, wow, I got to override that. I was taught that, I couldn't have the true desires of my heart. So I was taught not to ask for things when we went into the store. Maybe that's why I don't want to ask for that raise. I don't want to ask for the raise at work because I'm scared. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're going to say no. I don't feel worthy of doing that. Right? Okay. Is this making sense to you? Okay. Beliefs. We're going to get through this so that we can get to the lesson of the day. I don't want my phone to die on y'all. Okay. Beliefs. All right. Your beliefs have to align with the very thing and experience that you want to have. Right. Okay. So if you don't believe that it's feasible for you to have that money, if you don't believe that it's feasible for people like you to have that money, whatever the belief is, make sure that it's in alignment with what it is that you want here. Make sense? Because your beliefs will have you limited on the things that you can experience here. You cannot see and feel and experience things that you don't even believe is possible. You won't have the eyes to see it. Okay. All right. Quick examples. You see somebody with body dysmorphia, when they look into the mirror, they see one thing. They may see themselves as 500 pounds and they're 100 pounds. Right. So you're like, no, you don't need to lose any more weight. And they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I got this here and I got that here and I got this. And you're like, no, you don't. But when they look in the mirror, because they believe that they are larger, they will see it. They will see it. Their body will actually, they will actually see it in the mirror via their eyes, right? Okay. So we got to understand how beliefs actually shape your 3D experience here too. Does this make sense to you? Okay. Your traumas are going to impact your ability to have the 3D experience that you desire. If you have traumas around money, maybe when you were younger, you saw your parents divorce and the breadwinner of the family went off and created another family and left you and your other parent struggling. That's traumatic for a child to go from one extreme to another, right? That's trauma. Say you never heal from that. Say you never address it. And that is a imprint, right? Then my goodness, you're walking around with that and you don't even know it. So how can you fully embody the expansion that you want until you heal? You won't. So it's important to heal your traumas around love, around health, around money, so that you can embody the identity of already having what it is that you desire. Okay. Is this making sense to you? Okay. Your chakras and meridians play a huge role in your 3D experience. Why? Because your chakras and meridians, okay, are connected to your organs. They're connected to your mental health. Your chakras and meridians are energy portals that align the body. You have over 100 of them, right? And so when your energy portals are out of alignment due to unresolved trauma, this is where we begin to see mental illness. Okay. We begin to see physical illness, and we see a 3D experience that we do not like. So it's very important to keep your chakras in alignment, because your chakras are connected to your illnesses. Okay. And I went through these yesterday, how, okay, if you are dealing with like elimination issues or lower back pain or immune system issues, that's going to be the root chakra. Okay. If you are dealing with issues in like the menstrual area, the reproductive area, if you're having infertility issues, PCOS, things like that, that's going to be that sacral chakra. All right. If you are diabetic or dealing with digestive issues, things like that, that's going to be in the solar plexus chakra. The heart, that's connected to heart disease. Hey, that's connected to, hey, Kristen, that's connected to lung issues, things like that, right? So that's going to be in that heart area. For the throat chakra, that's going to be thyroids. That's going to be like TMJ, ear issues, things like that. The third eye is going to be heavy migraines, headaches, eye issues, pituitary issues, pineal gland issues, things like that, right? And then the crown chakra is connected to like neurological stuff. So any brain tumors, coma, muscular disorders, neurological disorders, autoimmune issues, that's going to be in the crown. Okay. So most of the clients that work with me, they get a bioscan because when I scan you, we can see exactly what's going on. We can see what chakras, we scan your chakras, we scan your traumas, we scan your limiting beliefs, we scan your meridians, and then the technology produces curated frequencies to correct. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Now, the nervous system. Okay. So the nervous system needs to feel familiar, not safe, familiar with whatever it is that you desire. Okay. So because your nervous system is on autopilot, it's sort of like, it's running the show on a daily basis without you really thinking about things, right? There's different parts of your nervous system. It's a really interesting system when you see it broken down. But nevertheless, your nervous system wants to remain with what is familiar. So it wants to keep you in not in it wants to keep you limited with things that it knows how to process already. So if in the past you have grown up with narcissist parents, right? Okay, then the nervous system recognizes that as, oh, that's familiar to me, that's comfortable for me, so now let me attract a partner that aligns with that. Makes sense? Because it doesn't have to really think too much about it. It can handle this because that's what it knows. So you will know anytime you're trying to expand your reality, anytime you want to expand and do something new and follow your dreams and do that, your nervous system, if your nervous system feels triggered, you will go into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode. Does this make sense to you? You will go into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode. Okay. All right. And so, yeah, you have over 100 chakras. You got over 100, baby. Okay. So the nervous system, you're talking about the soul star one, I believe. The nervous system, if it goes into the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode, right? Then that tells you that, wow, this is my nervous system here. I can override that conditioning. So what does that look like? That looks like you repeatedly showing the body, the nervous system, the brain, the reticular activating system, that what it is that you want, what it is that you are wanting to achieve is feasible for you, is possible for you, and it is your new norm. Okay? Does that make sense to you? Okay? So we want the nervous system to be reconditioned, shown over and over and over again. Yeah, I can accept this as my new norm. This is possible. Here goes someone doing the same thing that I want to do. If they could do it, I can do it over and over and over again. This is why community is so important, right? This is why community is so important, because a lot of you guys are placed places where You're like the black sheep, right? Raise your hand if you're like the black sheep where you are. Raise your hand if you are the black sheep or grew up being the black sheep, right? If so, it is very important that you are connected with like-minded individuals, right? Okay, however you can, okay? That's why the people that work with me, they get the BioScan, and that BioScan package comes with community access, right? Woman Fest. It's a transformation portal. All right, moving on to emotions. Then we're getting into today's class. Super excited. We're talking about parallel realities and decision points. I'm going to break down that class today. Okay, so let's wrap it up with the emotions. Your emotions need to be in alignment with, okay, the, who is that got their BioScan? Congratulations. Who was it? Oh, yes, Stacy, my Stacy. Woo! Yes. Hi, Stacy. Stacy did get her BioScan. I'm going to tell you guys about that later. I haven't told them about it yet. I just mentioned it really briefly there. But for those of you who are looking for actual healing and alignment, learning how to impact your specific vibrational blueprint, get your traumas and readings on your chakras and meridians, then you will want the BioScan. Okay, the BioScan is for people who are transforming. They're in the midst of their transformation, right? So they're working on their healing. They are doing all of the things. This is like that next level, right? That next level up. Emotions. Your emotions must be in alignment, okay, with the very thing that you desire, okay? So what if you are feeling anxious, okay, struggle, sad every single day? How is that emotion in alignment with already having the desires? How is that in alignment? It's not, right? Emotions, that's a vibration, right? That's a frequency, right? So your dominant emotion on a daily basis, hello, your dominant emotion is not available, guys, on my site. I'll tell you guys about the BioScan at the end, possibly, okay? But right now, I want to focus on the lesson, okay? I don't make it readily available because I don't just want any and everybody coming into the community. I'm very choosy now. We're growing too fast, and I just want to make sure there's good quality people coming in. Okay, so just pay attention to the lesson, and then I'll tell you guys about it later. Can you guys help me get up to 200K? We need to get up these likes, okay? We need shares on the board, okay? All right. How's it weird? It's my community. How's that weird? It's so interesting. That's why. Here we go. Your emotions, they must be in alignment. If your emotions are vibration, right? And that's information being sent out into the field, okay? Then doesn't it make sense that we shift and tweak that emotion to align with the experience that we desire? Yes. See, a lot of us want everything to be dropped into our lap first, okay? Dropped into our lap first. And then we are calling ourselves, this name. Oh, I'm rich now because I just got a bag of money, right? So I feel good now, right? No, I'm telling you that's the wrong way. I'm telling you that's why you've been struggling, because you are actually the creator of the experience. So you must embody the identity, all of this, using all of these vibrations in alignment with the experience that you want. You must do that first. And then the experience shifts for you. Is this making sense to you guys? Okay. Is this making sense to you guys? Let me know. Okay. Good. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love you. Okay, good. Okay, so let's break down this class real quick so you guys understand who you are. I'm telling you, you're a ball of energy. Okay, this is the information that is in your energetic signature, your unique signature. The reason why we're coexisting but all having different experiences is because we're all sending different information out into the field. Thank you so much. You guys get what I'm saying? That's why we're all like, you got a neighbor who's right there, but they have a completely different life. Your sister has a completely different life because we're all sending different information out into the field. Does this make sense? Is this clicking? Click, 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 click. I need to know. Is this making sense to you? Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, great. So that is the foundation of my teachings. You need to understand who you are so you can move different in this reality. Stop going outside of yourself. If you want to tweak the 3D, you're simply going to go to one of these things. Okay. All right. So I printed out this class that I want to break down with you guys. Okay. So let's break this down. We're talking about parallel realities and decision points. Okay. So it says that parallel realities are probability fields shaped by repeated identity-based decisions. Okay, let's talk about that because I love this, right? At any given moment, we are able to make decisions. These decisions, right, actually determine the experience we get to have here, right? Every single decision, right? So this is why there's so many different possibilities, right? Because at any given moment, our decision may take us this way or this way or this way or this way. I love this, right? Okay. Every decision either reinforces your current identity structure, which is very true. Think about it, right? A lot of us are on autopilot, right? You get up at the same time, you take the same route to work, right? You take the same lunch break, eat the same foods, talk to the same people, right? We talk to the same people, we take the same damn route to home, we come home, do the same thing. It's like we're on autopilot. So a lot of our decision making is based off of who we've been for the past year, 2 years, etc. Right? Does this make sense to us? So a lot of times we're not even really thinking about the decisions that we are making. We'll be like, oh, this is me. This is just who I am. Right? Right? We'll be like, this is just who I am. Okay. I want to let you know that plays a part. That plays a part in your experience here. We need to be conscious of the decisions that we are making at any given moment, right? Especially when we're trying to shift our identity. We need to be asking things like, dang, does this decision align with my old identity or where I'm going, right? Or where I'm going. Yeah. Someone says, I'm going through this right now. Exactly. Right. So every decision either reinforces your current identity structure or weakens it and strengthens another. Okay. So every decision. So if I make a decision, right, that aligns with this identity instead of my old one, okay, today and then tomorrow and then the next day and then what I'm doing is strengthening this new identity and experience that I want to have, right? Yeah. Someone says, Sherry says, I feel like I have strong moments and weak ones. Absolutely. Look at that awareness, right? It's like one day I'm identity 3, then the next. Oh, okay. So Sherry, what you're doing is what I call quantum surfing. I call it quantum surfing. Oh, you surf over here. You're in that frequency long enough to attract abundance. Like some people will tap into this frequency, win the lottery, but then they spend it, right? So they revert back to the old them. And you're like, damn, you had all that money, you spent it? Yeah, because it's a frequency game we're playing here. We can all temporarily manipulate energy and get into these different realms at any moment. But the 3D doesn't truly shift for you until you hold it. Oh, yeah, that's the key. That's why the people that work with me get a bioscan, because the frequencies, those curated frequencies that you get in your bundle, those frequencies help you maintain the vibration. Boom. Okay. That's why my people, I asked them, have you listened to your frequencies today? Okay. Stacy, I already know she listened to her frequencies already this morning. Okay. 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 Frequency, Stacy, I already know. See, she said, yes, they do. Stacy already got hers. Okay. But she listened to her frequencies every day. That's the key. If she gets the bioscan with me and then she doesn't listen to her frequencies but 1 or 2 times, that ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna cut it. Just like yoga one time ain't gonna work. Just like Reiki one time ain't gonna work. Okay. Hey, Michelle. Okay. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? How do you listen to your frequencies? You guys don't even know it, but y'all listening to my frequencies right now with me. Y'all don't even know. These are the curated ones for my body, though. Okay. So it's targeted to me. Okay. Slightly confused, but very interested. We're breaking down a class today. We're talking about parallel realities and decision points. Okay. But I was talking about it's very important to hold. We had someone in here, right, say that, oh, I feel like I'm identity 3 some days, and then sometimes I'm identity 1. That's because they haven't fully shifted into the new identity. The only way to fully shift is complete alignment and holding it consistently over and over and over again. When you hold the frequency, the 3D shifts. That's just the name of the game. Okay, that's just the name of the game. Hey, Coded, how you doing? Okay, so every time we make a decision, class, that lets us know that we're doing what? We're either weakening our old identity and strengthening the new one, or we are continuing to strengthen our current identity. Does this make sense to you? Okay. Now, when you want an identity shift, why the heck would you be reinforcing, right, this current identity? You shouldn't, right? Okay. So we're breaking down this class, all right? Now, it says modern neuroscience shows the brain operates on predictive coding. I need you guys to blow this live up. Modern neuroscience shows the brain operates on predictive coding. It doesn't react to the reality. It predicts what will happen based on data. And so your nervous system says, what usually happens here? Remember, because that nervous system is going to go, it's going to go and it's going to investigate. The nervous system always nosy. Oh, you trying to expand. You're trying to achieve some goals. What? How dare you? Let me see how we handled this in the past. Okay. This is the nervous system. Let me see how we handled this in the past. Okay. All right. Let me see something right here. Okay. That's the nervous system. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Okay, so when that nervous system questions what's going on, we know that the nervous system does what? It's going to go into that what? Fight, flight, freeze, or mode, or fight, flight, freeze, fawn mode, right? One of those. It's going to go into that if it feels triggered. If it feels triggered, right? Okay. So then it's going to generate an emotion, a behavior, or an impulse. So here we go. It's on that autopilot thing. It's going to generate an emotion, an impulse. That's part of your identity, something that you automatically do something that you just react to, you just doing, you're like, damn, why did I say that? Has anyone ever done that? You're like, oh my gosh, why did I just say that? That was crazy. Did I just do that? Okay. Anyone ever been in that situation? Okay. Or it's going to trigger a behavior. All right. That you do. Okay. So you know then, right then, that is nervous system. Okay. So we need to understand that this stuff is playing a really important role in your experience here, right? All right. So your decision points, those moments where you have it, those are, let's think of it like updates. You're programmed just like a damn computer. Okay. When I opened up my tablet this morning, it said system update complete. It didn't even ask me. It just said system update complete. Well, I need you to understand that every time you're making a decision and you are hopefully, okay, making a decision that's strengthening that new identity, that you are updating your system. Does this make sense? Okay. Does this make sense? Every decision point is an opportunity for an update. We understand what's going on here? We're using this analogy, but I hope that you are grasping this. Okay? Awesome. So your identity is equal to a pattern memory, okay? So your identity, pattern memory. What are you embodying every single day in and day out, day in and day out? You know, it's people like Michael Jordan, right? When you or whoever the greats are right now, okay, but I'm just using as an example. Michael Jackson, anybody, okay? But when you look at these people and they seem a little magical, they seem to be able to embody their art so effortlessly. It just exudes out of them, right? Do you know why? It is because I know I'm going off the lesson, but this sometimes I gotta say my own thing. Okay, when you are consistently doing something over and over and over and over and over again, shooting the ball over and over and over again, you go into that autopilot mode, right? You don't have to think about it. You think Michael Jordan was thinking about every damn shot? Absolutely not. You get into the flow, the zone. It just comes out of you. That's what happens when we have had trauma too. When you've been traumatized so much, your body is in autopilot mode. You don't have to think about it. Those responses, those reactions that you have to those triggers, right? You don't have to think about it. Okay? Is that making sense to you? Right? So your identity, where you've gone over and over again, becomes on autopilot, right? Okay. It becomes on autopilot and you don't have to think about it. All right. That's a frequency. All right. That's a frequency. Okay. And it's a stabilized pattern of thought. Let's look at this. It says thought, emotion, posture, tone, reaction, and tolerance. This is what it's saying. It's saying your identity is a stabilized pattern, okay, of thought. This is why mind mastery is so important. This is the foundation of my teachings, okay? In Woman Fest, my community, that is one of the classrooms, mind mastery, okay? All right? Your emotions, right? Your posture, even the way that you stand, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, baby. You are frequency in all that you are, in all that you do. Your tone, your reaction, your tolerance, the things that you are looking at and accepting. tolerating. Oh yeah, all of that has to do with your identity. Okay. All of that has to do with the identity that you are claiming, embodying on an everyday basis. Are you guys following me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. When you face a decision, your body is going to ask, which pattern are we running here? Oh, which pattern are we running? Are you running the old one? Okay. Or are you interrupting and running a new one? We've got to start thinking like this. We've got to start knowing that, wow, opportunities are coming at me every day in order for me to shift into this new identity that I want to experience. All I have to do is decide who I want to be. Who do I want to be? Because see, you've got to have a target. When you have a target, now you and the universe can be on the same page. Without a target, you're going nowhere fast. Let me give you an analogy. Me and you can be sitting in the car, baby. We could be sitting in the car, right? And we sitting in the car, and it's 5 p.m. We say, oh, okay, where we going to go to get something to eat for dinner? We say, I don't know where we going to go, but we on our phones. And we just scrolling. And then 6 o'clock come along and we like, dang, we ain't going nowhere. Oh my gosh, time is just going by so fast. Where we going to go and get something to eat? We're like, I don't know. We just sit there still scrolling, right? So we scrolling, 2 more hours go by. Time goes on. Restaurants close. If we don't put a destination in the Google Maps, start the car, put our foot on the gas, and get moving, we ain't gonna get nowhere, you see. So you must put a destination in the Google Maps, right? Decide what you want. Start the car. Start looking at where you are right now, what you got going on, okay? Do you need gas? Do you need gas? What do you need? Okay? And then guess what? I'm going to need you to push the gas. I'm going to need you to push that pedal. I'm going to need you to start embodying the identity of already having that which you desire. You're going to have to release this old version of you, disconnect from this old version of you, okay? So that you can embody something new. These are already versions of you. It's all inside you. They already exist within you. You're just discovering new pieces all the time. This is what this is about. Evolving, expansion, growth, healing. That's what you came here to do. Is this making sense to you guys? Okay, let me know if this is making sense to you. Okay, I'm going to have the actual printout of the lesson in Woman Fest for the people that are in the community, okay? When I share the replay. Oops. Just FYI. Okay. Breaking down this lesson. Let's go back to it. Okay, so the current life is the result of the most repeated decisions that you have made thus far, right? Repeatedly, what have you decided? Over and over and over again, what have you said? What are those things, like I said, that you're saying, oh, this is who I am. This is me, right? This is me, right? So those repeated decisions that you've made over and over again, that's why your current life is the way that it is. Your most familiar emotional state, oh, that's why you are seeing the experience that you are seeing. Remember, I told you, if you're waking up sad every single day, that's going to impact your 3D experience here. You're waking up sad every single day, down every single day. Oh no. So your most familiar emotional state is why your current life is the way it is now. Your nervous system's comfort zone is why your life is the way that it is now. Okay? If you're always choosing, oh, I want to feel safe, I need to be safe, I need what's familiar, instead of pursuing your goals, okay? If you're always allowing yourself to getting stuck in that, I don't know what to do, you procrastinating, if that's you, okay, then you're going to stay here in this timeline. And that's just the truth. You're going to stay your ass here in the timeline. I just told you how to break free. You need to make a decision. What do you want? And then you need to embody it every single day. You need to move towards it every single day. You need to move different. You need to embody these different things. Align these things with the experience that you want. You cannot be feeling lack but expect financial stability. You got to act like it's already done. That's the name of the game. You cannot expect your nervous system, if you don't retrain it to feel safe with abundance, you can't expect it to feel safe with abundance right now. You've got to understand, you are accustomed to lack. So your body will reject that abundance if you're not careful. All right. Your chakras and meridians. You need to understand your chakras and meridians are impacted by your unresolved traumas. And if your chakras and meridians that's connected to every aspect of your life, your lifestyle, your physical health, your mental health, all of those chakras are connected to different parts of your life. And so if you are out here trying to manifest true love, manifest money, manifest health, manifest all these different things, but your chakras and meridians are distorted, you're going to have a problem. I'm letting you know that your beliefs need to align with the very thing that you want. You cannot manifest true love if you don't believe that you are worthy of having it. There ain't no way you're going to do it because you must embody it. You are the tool. You're the instrument. It's you. You got to be it. And once you be it, the 3D reflects like, okay, this is what you're being. Here's this partner, a reflection of the love you've been showing to yourself. Look at how good you've been doing. Or look at how bad you've been doing. If you're not careful, if you're not intentional with your decisions, okay, then you will remain in the same timeline that you were in. And that is not the goal. Okay. And it's not because, oh, this is my life. Oh, I'm a victim. This is just the way it is for people. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It has to do with what you are being consistent with in your alignment. Does this make sense to you? It has to do with what you are being consistent with in your alignment. Does this make sense? It has nothing to do with who you are as a person in the sense that, oh, this is just, you have to be a victim to your reality. No, you do not. Where you guys at on the life? Y'all should be at 200K, baby. I'm throwing out these gems. Okay, I've been on for over an hour. I need y'all to show out. We need the team, whatever the team. I don't know how to play the TikTok game, but y'all know how to play the TikTok game. Okay, I need y'all to show out in this live. Roses are less than a penny, baby. Okay, do them team things, the hearts. I need all of that. Okay. All right. So it says that we're not choosing based on logic, right? All right. We actually choose from who am I being in this moment? Which makes so much sense because I know you guys have heard, oh, this person is over 40. They're set in their ways. How many of you guys have heard that, right? I know I used to hear that a lot growing up. Like, oh, once a person gets over a certain age, right, it's hard for them to change, right? But that's not true. It's actually not true. If that person wants to intentionally change, they can. I've seen people who have smoked for 30 plus years quit. It's a decision that you got to make. And then it takes being consistent, right? Right. Like it's no hope for change. What is the world? My oldest client was 80 some years old. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Right. My oldest client was 80 years old. What a pleasure. What an honor it was to have a consultation with her. It was an honor. I hope that I'm at that age doing my work too. I better be doing my work. We shall be doing the work on ourselves until the day that we croak. You hear me? Until the day that we croak, we all have work to do on ourselves. Ain't nobody exempt. Because ain't nobody perfect. Okay? We all in this together trying to figure shit out. Okay? Every clue y'all get, y'all need to let me know too. Okay? That's why in March, we're doing the March cohort. So anybody who has their book, okay? Anybody who has their book, you email me with a picture of you with the book. Leave an Amazon. You get free access. So you don't have to pay the $100-something to get the to get into the classes. It's going to be 4 classes in March, Sundays. So I hope you guys tapped in. Okay, don't ask where to get it. Y'all know, y'all smart people. Y'all know where to go to get it. Okay? Take a screenshot. Okay. So let's take a look at some clues. Is there anybody in here that has not gotten a bioscan that thinks they need one? Raise your hand. Okay. So the old identity, right? The old identity avoids you missed the book. Here you go. Did you get the book, baby? Okay, good. You're welcome. Your old identity, right, is going to avoid confrontation. If your old identity is avoiding confrontation, if you find like, dang, I know I should have said this, but I didn't want to make an issue, then you know what? That's your old identity. Because the new you requires expansion. The new you requires that you set healthy boundaries. The new you requires that you speak up for self. Is this making sense to you? Okay. The old identity undercharges for their services. The old identity rushes love because they just don't trust. They need to know that they have somebody. They don't trust that it's going to be divine timing. Okay. The old identity overworks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Is this clicking for you guys? Here goes the book, baby. You got it? It's right here on my page. You can get it on my page. Okay. Did you see it? So if you find that you're avoiding confrontation, undercharging, overworking, doing things like that, then you already know. Okay, you already know. So let's see what else it says. The new identity chooses alignment over urgency. So we're not forcing here in 2026, are we? No, we're not. We're not forcing here in 2026. Maybe it's all about alignment, divine alignment. I ain't forcing, chasing nothing ever again. Okay? And neither are you. Okay? All right. So we know that your nervous system protects familiarity. Okay? And anytime a decision feels big, okay, or more abundant or powerful, your body is going to say, hey, is this familiar to me? Okay. Is this familiar to me? Okay. Is this something that I know how to handle? All right. And so a lot of people, I get the question all the time about the quantum jumping, quantum leaping, right? And it's because they're like, how do you quantum leap? I do it all the time. Okay. I just jumped timelines in January, right? Just jumped about December, January. But I felt the shift. I'm like still settling into this new shift. Okay. It's definitely, it's really, you're in the same everything is the same, but yet everything is different. You can actually feel the shift difference, right? When you hear things, certain things don't affect you the same way. um it's just I don't know how to explain the internal feeling, but it is something that is totally doable all the time. And what it requires is laser focus, okay? Laser focus and embodiment of that new identity and frequency, okay? When people are quantum jumping and quantum leaping, it's because, and it'll seem like they skipped a few things. It'll actually seem like, damn, like, how'd you get there that fast? Did you, it seems like you completely skipped, which they didn't, but it went fast forward because they're laser focused and embodiment on that new identity was so precise, right? It was so precise and held so precisely, right? For the perfect amount of time for the 3D to shift, okay, rapidly, okay? What seems like rapid, okay? And sort of, yes, rapid, okay? But yes, I have quite a few different times where I've quantum leaped and I can feel, you could just feel it. You feel the energy difference, right? Okay. So, quantum leaping is about that laser focus and extreme embodiment. That's why people that work with me get the bioscan. Again, because that frequency, those curated frequencies for you, right? They're different from those basic general frequencies on YouTube, baby. That is not that type of game. It is curated frequencies because it scans your energetic signature, your vibrational blueprint. It scans all of this. Okay. I don't have it active on my site just for anybody to get it. So I don't have it. Don't try to look for it, is what I'm saying. It's not available. And so when I scan you, that technology then says, oh, we found this, and this, and this. You need this frequency, this frequency, this frequency, and this frequency. And when you listen to those frequencies, okay, because my clients will then get the frequencies in their instruments, right? When they get those frequencies, this is where we begin to see the shift rapidly. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see. What else? What else are we missing? Okay, what else are we missing? So remember, again, the quantum leaping is about at those decision points, right? At every decision point, you're making the right decision. You're embodied with the new you. Does this make sense? Okay. At every decision point, you are making the right decision. That's what makes it so rapid. It doesn't cause delay. Is this clicking, guys? Right. So I wanted to touch on parallel realities, how everything's already coexisting, and it's just our responsibility to tap into and embody the identity and frequency of already having that which we desire. Okay. Oh, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you just so much. How I have found you. Hey, Vanna. Vanna's just in time. Vanna, tell them that you got your scan. For those of you who may be considering a scan, Vonna got hers. She has her curated frequencies, and she is being consistent. And what did I say was the key? You must be consistent, right? That's how the 3D is going to shift. So if anybody wants to know how those work out, then she's your girl to ask, okay? How you doing today, honey bunch? What questions do we have in here? Okay. What questions do we have in here? Let me see if I can go through them. Hold on. Ah, cannot. Okay. I see you guys on YouTube. Just give me a second. How do we get a bioscan with you? Okay, let me see. How do we get it? I'm still here. Hey, Sherry! Sherry's gotten a scan with me. Oh, I got all my girls in here. I love you guys. I just love seeing you guys. Oh, how do I get it? What's your tips for maintaining? Yes, Sherry. Okay. What's your tips for maintaining the same frequency? Sure. Hold on one second. I have been so laser focused on all. Yeah, girl. And she listens to her frequencies. Sherry listens to her frequencies while she's being laser focused on her freaking identity. Hello. Hello. Exactly, Sherry. Exactly. Sherry says, I listen every chance I get. I know, me too, girl. Me too. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, someone says, what's the tips on maintaining? So I've been studying manifestation for about 17 years, frequency for about 17 years, and mind mastery for about 22 years. And so what I've come to understand that is that frequency is the key, right? And so it's the quickest way and easiest way for us to shift our reality, right? Because to me, it only makes sense if your frequency is off, then we need to utilize curated frequencies, not general frequencies not general ones. If you want to calm your environment in your home, you listen to the general ones, right? Okay. If you want to heal yourself, you're going to listen to frequencies that are made for your body. Does this make sense? That's why clients get the body scan with me, right? Okay. And so here, what I want you guys to understand is the maintaining. Okay. So understanding that in order for you to have a different experience, you got to embody that identity 24/7 or as much as possible. The proof will be in the pudding. Okay. So maintaining it, some other ways to help maintain it. You can do things like breath work consistently. You can do things like meditation consistently. You can listen to your curated frequencies every day. You got different things that you can do. All right. Let me tell the people about the bioscan really quickly, and then I can open up for some more questions. There's some of you who have been feeling stuck. There's some of you who have been procrastinating and things like that. I want you to know that we have a way now to measure your energetic signature, your traumas, your limiting beliefs. We have a way to now see how those traumas are affecting your body. Okay. I got scanned by a doctor. And that scan changed my life, right? I knew then that I needed to invest in this exact same technology to help my own clients. Okay. And so I started scanning my clients, and it's been life changing for them and for me. We love that the scans are accurate, correct? Sherry, Vonna, tell them how accurate the scans are. They're super accurate. So they're going to call you out. Okay. They're going to call you out. Okay. But it's a beautiful thing for your reports to be accurate, because that means that your frequencies, the technology that the frequency, the frequencies that the technology generates from your report, that means it's going to be that much more effective. Okay. All right. You can do the scans anywhere, from anywhere in the world. I have clients all over the world. Okay. This is an energetic scan. There are no limitations on energy. Okay. Now, because I I give community access to my transformation portal Woman Fest for the people who purchase my bioscan. Okay. I'm very limited now on the people that we scan. Okay. The bundle is going to generate 6 reports for you. These are in-depth reports for you. All right. Again, telling you your traumas, your limiting beliefs. There are tons of reports. They're going to look something like this. Okay. There are tons. Okay. But they're all going to be what your body needs to tell you. We're also going to scan your chakras. Okay. We're going to see which chakras are overactive or underactive. Okay. Help me get to 200K really quick, guys, and maybe I'll open up the scans for you guys. All right. You're also going to get a meridians report. The reason why we want to take a look at those chakras and meridians is because what? Those chakras and meridians are connected to your organs, your physical well-being, etc. Right? So when you get a scan with me, I want to be able to support you, right? Which is why I give community access. There you can reach me via DM. You can commune with other people. Remember, when we are shifting our identity, it's very important that you are connected with like-minded energy. People that are doing the same things that you are doing. Okay. It's a nice, beautiful, loving community. Right. And because we're growing rapidly, I want to be more particular about the people, the energy that comes in, which is why I don't just have it readily available. Okay. So that's why it's not available for you to get it. Okay. Is there anybody in here who wants to see the actual instrument that my clients use? Okay. Yes, co-ed. So it's a mix of men and women. Okay. Is there anybody in here who wants to see the instrument that my clients use? They get 2 instruments. Okay. You get not only access to the instrument, but you also get the download. So say you're somewhere and you don't have internet access, you can still have access to your healing frequencies, your curated frequencies, because it will be sent to you via download as well. So my clients always have their alignment. So it's like, instead of going to yoga all the time, which you need to do all the time if you do yoga, then you listen to your frequencies every day. You can listen to your frequencies on the go, showering, sleeping, meditating, driving. It doesn't matter. That's why we love it, because you can do it on the go, right? It's like replacing your Reiki or your acupuncture or the things that you have to do regularly. You don't have to replace them. I say pair them together, right? If anything, pair them together. Okay. So you guys have actually been listening to me. Oops. This is what the instrument, you guys have been listening to my frequencies here. The technology is showing you guys what my body requires. Yours is going to have different frequencies there. Okay. Let me show you guys here on the tube. This is what the instrument looks like. So this is what my clients are listening to. Okay. It's telling you right there, those are my frequencies, but yours will say your frequencies, right? So it's a curated, personalized experience. Okay. So this is a service that I offer. Okay. So once you make your purchase, you get all of that information in your report. Yeah. Okay. So what we love is that it's personalized. So say I want to work out and not meditate. This is very calming music, right? But say I wanted to work out. Maybe I need something upbeat that still has my curated frequencies and I'm getting my alignment, okay, while I am working out. Okay. What if I wanted to take a nap? You have different frequencies that you can play with. For those of you who like binaural beats, this is the second instrument my clients get to utilize. These are my healing frequencies, like my curated frequencies on a binaural instrument. Okay. How many of you guys listen to binaural beats online? Anybody? Yeah. If binaural beats changed your life, imagine having curated ones for your body. Okay, those general frequencies that people listen to on YouTube, baby, that is general. It's like taking aspirin for a bellyache. When you have curated frequencies made for your distortions, it's life-changing. It is life-changing. So I recommend that people pair these things up with other healing modalities that you are interested in, right? Maybe you like yoga, doing yoga. Pair your frequencies with that. Maybe you like just quiet moments at home at the end of the evening. Pair your frequencies with that. Maybe you want to listen to your frequencies while you're showering. Do that. On the go, do that. You just need to play one time a day. Does this make sense? Okay. Then you get community access. All right. The reason why community access is important is because this is a frequency game we're playing here, correct, class? This is a frequency game. So you must stay and remain in divine alignment if you want rapid shifting. Okay. In my community, I teach identity shifting, mind mastery. I teach healing. It's a very interactive community. People are in my damn DMs all the time, which I love. Okay. I love being able to be hands-on with the people that get my services. Duh. Right? Okay. Let me show you guys the classroom really quickly. You're going to want to go to the identity shifting classroom and check it out. In here, you talk about who you want to be, who you are now, letting go of the old version, discovering your purpose, embodiment, timeline shifting. Michelle's in the community, okay? Consistency. We talk mind mastery, healing, manifestation, right? So you get the community with the BioScan bundle. Makes sense, guys? Okay. Who needs the BioScan bundle? Also, when you come to the BioScans, I want you to go to the BioScan classroom. When you come to the BioScan classroom, I need you to go to illness through chakra imbalance. When you click there, I want you to go through these chakras. Okay. I need you to go through these chakras. Listen up. Solar plexus. I just tapped on solar plexus, right? When I tapped on solar plexus, it said possible traumas, criticism, bullying, controlling parents, right? Failure shaming, perfectionism pressure. These are the traumas. But when I go down, it's going to tell me what illnesses are connected to those traumas. Digestive issues, ulcers, liver problems, gallbladder issues, diabetes, stomach pains, etc. So you have all of this information inside of the portal. Does this make sense to you guys? Does anybody need me to do an angel cell for the BioScan bundle and bring the link active? Okay. If you do, raise your hand and I'll do it for 5 minutes. Okay. All right, so where can we need to recap on today's lesson, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Okay. Mwah. Hi, girl. How you doing, honey?